Hello, Kubrick Glamour 1972 here, also known as Brian, with Brian's 31 Days of Halloween. Sorry that I've been delayed these last few days. I went to a movie. I went to the film festival that I'm involved with. I went one day to that, and that took up some time. And there were a few movies that I wanted to watch on Mubi that were going to expire, so there was that. And so I didn't get around to watching movies until today. So I'm 4 days behind. So I got 3 days more to go. Um, so technically, maybe I'll be more like 5 days behind tomorrow. Well, not 5 days because I'm doing one video not right now. So it'll be more like 4 days if I do. I don't know. Whatever. It just this is day 16, and I've got to get up to day 19, which is today. So I'll probably get up to that probably tomorrow, I think. Well, whatever happens, I'm going to try my best to get all 31 days in within the month of October. So, anyways, Belated Day 16, we've got Crypt of the Living Dead. This is a Vinegar Syndrome Blu ray. It's also called Hannah, Queen of the Vampires. Anyways, this movie is about this man who comes to this island, and I guess he's looking into folklore or something, vampires, and his son is wondering what happened to him. His father dies at the start of the movie. He's he's oh, okay. So this like hunchback kind of guy kills him, and then he's buried underneath this tomb. And the tomb is of this vampire that's been encased in this coffin for 700 years, since I think 1200s, or is it the 1300s, I think. And so he's put underneath the coffin, and his head gets cut off. So you see his decapitated head at the start of the film. And then his son comes, and his son he doesn't know that he doesn't know initially that his friend who was involved with his father is not whom he seems to be. He's up to would nefarious be a word? Nefarious, I know, connotates something like negative. He's up to no good. Let's put it that way. So, and the son also falls in love with this woman who's on the island. I guess they're all American. I think it's all dubbed. I don't. It doesn't sound like their actual voices. It doesn't sound very natural. It sounds like it sort of reminds me of like spaghetti westerns. The way they talk. I mean, I guess the lip movements match the words, but I don't think they're. Well, maybe some of them are American actors or British actors, but some of it was filmed in Turkey, so some of them, like the crew I saw in the credits, looked were a lot of, I don't know if they're Spanish or Italians or Turkish, but and I think some of the actors were Turkish. So I don't think they really were talking English during this movie. Um, so anyways, in order to get his father out of the underneath the tomb, they have to lift the coffin up, and in order to get the weight from the coffin off, they had to take the lid off, and the townspeople are saying, "Don't do that because you'll release a vampire that's inside there." Her name is Queen Hannah. And he does, and she gets out, and she causes a lot of problems. She can. I don't know too much about all this stuff, but like, I guess she's a vampire, but she can also turn into a werewolf. So whatever. And so, so what happens is well, I don't want to give too much of it away, but what happens next? So the what happens next? Uh, hang on, I'll pause it. I don't want to bore you. So something happens to uh, the son's friend. Let's put it that way. When he's got and it's his sister that the son falls in love with, this guy that worked with his father, and then she's almost cornered by the vampire, the Hannah, the queen of the vampires or whatever, and she's saved at the last minute by her boyfriend, the son. So he puts like a garlic plants and flowers around her, and then I don't want to give too much away. And then the townspeople go after her, and I'll leave it at that. I know this is a pretty short review. I gotta get more in the habit of more into the swing of doing this again, because I haven't been doing this for a few days now. But this film wasn't that fantastic in my opinion. It came out in 1973. It's 85 minutes. The directors are Julio Salvador and Ray Danton. I don't know. Maybe Ray Danton is I'm just guessing. Ray Danton. Maybe he's a pseudonym for a Italian director. Maybe it says Ray Danton at the end, so maybe it's the same guy. I wouldn't be surprised. So this film was kind of entertaining, kind of interesting. It's good, but it's not great, and it's marginally good. It's kind of cheesy, and the changings when when she changes into a werewolf. I know they don't have CGI at that time period, but it's still pretty bad. And I thought the music wasn't that great. I know a horror movie doesn't have to have really doesn't have to have a melody, a harmony, kind of nice sounding music. Of course, I know that there are great movies that have been made, that horror movies I'm talking about, that have these jarring scores, like The Shining is one I can think of automatically, and Night of the Living Dead. But this particular one, maybe it would work if the story was a little better. I don't know, but so I'm going to give this a marginal 3 stars. So it's just it's barely good to watch. It's decent, but that's about it. So I'm gonna try and watch a second film on this Blu-ray. House of the Living Dead is a bonus feature. I picked this up at a horror convention a few years ago. Their Vinegar Syndrome DVD, Blu-rays, DVDs slash, and they have their own streaming site too called Exploitation TV. So I'm gonna try and watch that tonight. It's only 11. It's almost 11 o'clock at night on a Friday, and I think I can squeeze this other one in, because it's only like an hour and a half, and I think I could squeeze it in and do a review. So I'm surprised I'm sort of surprised that I did this review this fast, but I don't know. Maybe there's not too much to talk about in this film. The acting is okay, but nothing spectacular. It's kind of bland. I found the movie bland, and yeah, so that'll do it. Check out my blog with my poetry, and check out my GarageBand songs. I'll put them on the screen before this video ends, and I'll see you soon. Okay, watch some scary movies.